Yep, we're talking about snipers again. I know I've done a lot of ranting about snipers in the past, but I think it's well deserved. Never in Phantom Forces have I ever felt so conflicted about a single topic before. So let's cut to the chase. The state of the sniper category in the game right now is not good. It's one of the overall weakest categories in the game in terms of viability, yet somehow snipers are also by far the least fun class of weapons to play against. So why is that? Why do I find snipers to be so frustrating to play against while still falling short of other weapon classes? Well, I'll keep this as concise as I can because in my opinion, the frustration that comes from fighting snipers boils down to three major issues, while their general unviability goes much deeper than that. The first issue is the easiest to explain. Phantom Forces Man is morbidly obese, and his chonky character model is much wider than those of traditional FPS games. This makes him a very easy target for snipers to hit. Phantom Forces Man's hitboxes have changed massively over the years, and I'm too lazy to explain exactly how, but what's important here is that he's a big boy, and that makes him a big target.
Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy, that's a thick-ass boy!
The next issue I'd like to highlight is the fact that snipers are literally just shotguns with the added bonus of an infinite headshot kill. You die to them at close range just as often as you die to them at long range. This is because most snipers have the ability to kill in one shot to the torso up to a certain distance. Sounds cool, right? Well, this is the main reason why low ranks are so annoying with snipers and why aggro sniping is a thing in this game. Right now, a Model 700 can torso kill out to around 87 studs. If a player using a Model 700 lands a clean torso shot on someone anywhere within that distance, they are dead, even if it's point blank. My proposal is to add a dead zone so that the Model 700 cannot torso kill within 50 studs or so, but between 50 studs and 137 studs, it can torso kill, which means that the range has stayed the same, but it's not like a shotgun anymore. If the concept looks familiar, that's because the M107's damage range works just like this, and the worst part is that the M107 is one of the few snipers that absolutely does not need it. That gun was just fine with the Gyrojet damage model that gave it a 100 stud dead zone, but the ability to infinitely torso kill past that distance, and in my opinion, this is the proper way to balance a 50 cal in this game. Let that soak in for a second. Stylus finally balanced a 50 cal. Do you know how hard that is? With the Gyrojet damage model, 50 cals become far less of a pain to deal with because we've added a very simple way to counter them, and by applying the concept of a dead zone to most of the snipers, this issue will have been resolved for the most part, and the only other thing we need to do is nerf the Glock 18 so that low ranks can't as easily cover their weaknesses by pulling a K7 out of their pocket. However, that's not where the issues end with snipers, because some time ago, Phantom Forces added a mechanic called limb penetration, and how it works is very simple. If your bullet hits the limb, it will keep traveling, and if, during that trajectory, it goes through the limb and hits the torso, it is counted as a torso shot instead of a limb shot. This isn't a sniper exclusive feature, it affects every gun in the game, and it's why the Type 20, for instance, despite not doing 25 damage to the limbs, is effectively a 4-shot kill at all ranges pretty much all the time. Limb penetration is extremely potent on snipers as they all have a torso multiplier, so base limb damage on a sniper matters a lot less than that gun's torso damage. Now, just like adding a dead zone, removing limb penetration would single-handedly fix many of the major issues with snipers, but after all of this, it doesn't fix what is arguably the biggest issue, and it's that snipers, as a whole, fucking suck. There's a few outliers like the SVDS and the WA2000 because Stylus was on crack when balancing those guns, but the fact of the matter is that most snipers are just worse than autos in damn near every scenario. This is a difficult issue to fix, but probably the best solution I can think of for now is to buff the torso kill range of most snipers by a significant amount, probably 20 to 50 studs. And we shouldn't stop there. Additionally, Leto, stop messing with muzzle velocity numbers. If 1 stud in Roblox was equal to 1 foot in real life, then Phantom Forces Man will be like 10 feet tall, and the M16A4 assault rifle will be about 6 feet long. That's like twice as long as a real M16A4 is. The issue at hand is that snipers offer very few real advantages over autos, because who the hell needs an intervention to kill that guy 400 studs away on Desert Storm, when I can just pull out my AUG A1 with Coyote Sight, Compensator, Stubby Grip, Blue Laser, and Armor Piercing, lie down on a rooftop somewhere, and beam him with near perfect accuracy in less time than it would take for him to line up a shot with his Model 700. Which is to say that snipers, even at long range, are still largely overshadowed by assault rifles like the AUG A1. With guns like that running around that are very easy to just pick up and use while being far more rewarding, snipers as a whole just don't really fit in anywhere in Phantom Forces right now because long-range autos are more accessible, more versatile, and more effective than any bolt-action sniper rifle in the game. Which brings me to the quality that I believe we should try and steer the sniper rifles towards: accessibility, both in terms of obtainability and ease of use. Make snipers easier for your average player to pick up and use effectively, and do so in a way that doesn't lead to the current situation where low ranks are getting cheap kills that they simply don't deserve. Because right now, the degree to which any given sniper rifle pisses me off depends entirely on how low ranked it is, a problem that, with the changes listed above to torso kill ranges and limb penetration, should mostly disappear, but would leave low ranks with only 3 sniper rifles that they can unlock before rank 50, one of which has absolutely zero business being there, let alone being the first sniper you get. There are 16 sniper rifles in Phantom Forces, and over half of them are over rank 100. Let newer players experience a greater array of options early on so they don't have to spend unnecessary credits buying a sniper rifle that they just end up being disappointed by. And with regards to ease of use, let's circle back to the muzzle velocity point I mentioned earlier. If we're taking away point blank torso kill capabilities and limb penetration, we should at least give something back in return, and I think it should start with blanket buffing the velocity of every gun in the game so that PF logic isn't implying that Phantom Forces man is a 10-foot tall morbidly obese giant who can effortlessly hold up a 31-pound Chi-Tac intervention by the pistol grip with one hand, yet his 2-foot thick, steel reinforced arm, because let's be honest, what the hell else would this inhuman creature's arm be made of, isn't strong enough to stop a 22 long rifle fired by the worst sniper rifle in the game. I don't care that bullet drop will be less of a factor. Sniper rifles are long-ranged weapons, and it shouldn't be this difficult to use them at long range compared to some assault rifles. Bullet drop will still be a minor factor, but not to the point where it becomes a guessing game past 400 studs in some cases. And I know that there will be some people complaining that this is taking the skill out of sniping, but the flaws in that argument are twofold. The first is that you are implying that standing still, pointing in the general direction of your enemy and clicking their torso at point blank with a Model 700 is in any way skilled, and second, that the entire sniper rifle category should be placed on this grand pillar of experience and skill that only the greatest Phantom Forces sniping savants can even hope to reach. This gun, this thing right here, is unlocked at rank 12. Therefore, a rank 12 player should be able to pick up and use it at long range without much of an issue compared to the AN-94 they unlocked 2 ranks earlier. And before I go, here is one more small nerf that I want to apply to every sniper rifle. Make it impossible to attach a red dot sight or iron sights in the optic slot. This gives default iron sights a reason to be used, and almost every single sniper rifle in Phantom Forces either already has default irons in-game or has iron sights in real life that aren't featured. Here's an M82 with iron sights, for example, and for the other snipers that don't have real life irons, maybe they just shouldn't be used at close range anyway? I don't know, just saying. And what's crazy is that even after all these changes, there's still likely going to be a bunch more sniper rifles that need significant reworks to be viable or balanced. That's how dumb the sniper category has become. I don't know if it's even possible to make snipers work in a game like this, but the fact of the matter is that snipers are up there with shotguns as the most deeply screwed up weapon category in the game. And just like shotguns, their glaring issues can and have ruined entire maps for everyone else. Are you sick of dying to low-rank intervention users who I'm confident can beat Goku in a 1v1? I know I am. Thanks for watching.